Didi Hamann believes if Liverpool splash out a record-breaking £70 million on midfielder Naby Keita, it will prove to be money well spent. The Kop favourite is confident RB Leipzig will agree to sell if the Reds table that kind of eye-watering offer for the Guinea international. Keita is understood to be keen on a move to Anfield and is holding talks with Leipzig's management board about his future this week. If the deal goes ahead, it would shatter Liverpool's transfer record and be the most expensive in Bundesliga history. Former Germany international Hamann would love to see Keita leading the charge at Anfield next season. Would £70 million put me off buying Keita? No, Hamann told the Echo. Just getting through the playoff round and into the group stage of the Champions League would pay off a big chunk of that fee. With Keita on board, Liverpool would have an even better chance of getting through. You can question the fees being mentioned for the likes of Virgil, Van Dijk and Keita, but if you want the top players you have to pay the going rate. It's no good saying the market value is £30 million because you aren't going to get someone like that for that fee. If Liverpool had to pay £60 million or £70 million to get Keita, it wouldn't worry me. You are buying a top player for years to come. Leipzig's sporting director Ralf Rangnick has always insisted Keita, who is under contract until 2020, isn't for sale this summer. Bankrolled by energy drink giant Red Bull, they don't need the money, but former Reds midfielder Hamann insists the 22-year-old will have his price. If you buy a player for £15 million and you get offered £70 million for him a year later, it's going to be very hard to turn down, he added. It's a huge fee. As much as Leipzig are in the Champions League and want to be successful themselves, I can't see them turning down £70 million if the player is pushing for the move. Apart from Bayern Munich, any club would think about it. Liverpool's interest has been well known for a while, so it wouldn't surprise me if they have already got a replacement for Keita in the pipeline. Leipzig have the best academy in the league, so it might be the case that it frees up a space for an outstanding youngster coming through. Sometimes the fee is so good you have to let a player go. I think that will be the case with Keita. Hamann watched Keita's rise to prominence last season in his role as a TV pundit for Sky Germany's Bundesliga coverage. The Istanbul hero says all the hype surrounding the young midfielder is justified. Keita was key to Leipzig's remarkable first year in the top flight as they finished second behind champions Bayern Munich. He bagged 8 goals and 8 assists in 31 league appearances. I knew about him before he signed for Leipzig from Salzburg, as he was one of the most highly rated young players in the Austrian league, Hamann said. I saw him quite a lot last season and he had an outstanding season. He made a big impression in the Bundesliga. Signing for a promoted side, no one knew what to expect and he was under the radar for a lot of people, but in the second half of the season everyone knew about him and still couldn't stop him. Leipzig were the closest challengers to Bayern Munich and he had a huge impact. He reminds me of N'Golo Kanté. I'm not sure he wins quite as many balls as Kanté, but in terms of technical ability and getting involved further forward he's more gifted than Kanté. Kanté is a holding midfielder who doesn't really create or score. But Keita can really play. He can play 2 positions, deeper or more advanced. He isn't shy about putting a shift in. He's strong in the tackle and he's got good feet. Going forward, he's clever with his runs. He's pretty sharp and uses his body well with a low center of gravity. It's rare that you get a midfielder these days with those kind of all-round talents. People talk about box-to-box midfielders, but it gets harder and harder because the game is too quick now. Few midfielders can affect a game at both ends, but he's one of them. Hamann, who made 283 appearances for the Reds between 1999 and 2006, believes Jurgen Klopp would be addressing a crucial area of weakness with the acquisition of Keita. I do feel that centre midfield is an area where Liverpool are lacking. It's been an Achilles heel for them, he said. Other top teams are better equipped in that department. It's very important to sign someone in that position, and in order to land a player of that quality Liverpool have to pay a premium. Keita would bring plenty of energy and run all day. He wins the ball back, he gets goals and he sets goals up. I think it's best to have someone next to him who is more defensively minded. At Leipzig he plays alongside Diego Demi, who would have been in Germany's Confederations Cup squad if he hadn't got injured. The two of them worked well together. It's all about the balance of the team. Keita can play deep, but I don't think you spend £70 million on a holding midfielder. Having someone like Nemanja Matic next to him would be perfect. Klopp has got Jordan, Henderson and Emre Can who have played deep, but I don't think either is an out-and-out holding midfielder. They aren't really defensively minded. As of now, I can probably see Henderson holding this season, and Keita, if he joins, would be that link between defense and attackers like Roberto, Firmino, Philippe, Coutinho and Adam Lallana. Hamann has no concerns about Keita's ability to handle the physical demands of English football. It would be a massive sum of money to spend on a player who only has one season of football in a major European league under his belt. But Hamann doesn't see it as a big risk and is in no doubt about his credentials. I'd spin it the other way, he said. Yes, he's still young, but that means there's a lot more to come from him. At 22, he's still learning and there's room for more improvement. He won't shirk a battle and will be able to handle that side of the Premier League. Keita has got far too much quality to be a one-season wonder. He would be a tremendous signing for Liverpool.